Hi, America, you are full of it. God promised you that you could have heaven on earth. You didn't believe it. Jesus Christ came along, whether you believe it or not, to share with you that you could have heaven on earth. You rejected that. And so I was sent along to remind you that you could have heaven on earth. And you know what heaven on earth means. But no, you rejected God, you rejected Jesus, and you rejected my introduction of it. And what do? You sit there on television and radio and everything that you possibly can. And what do? You complain about things that's happening all day. You complain about who's doing it. You complain about Republicans. You complain about Democrats. You complain about whites. You complain about blacks. You complain about the have. You complain about the have-nots. You lie. You cheat. You terrorize. You deceive. You go to war. You're dropping bombs all over the place every day. And then you sit up and talk about that. You talk about it. You talk about it and talk about it. And not once do you talk about solutions. Not once do you talk about solutions. I don't know if that means you don't want solutions or you have no idea what a solution is. Bottom line is you have chosen and God gave you another choice. And I want you to know that it is you. You are full of it. You don't want peace. You don't want prosperity. You don't want freedom. You just claim it. You don't want joy and happiness. You just claim it. You don't want to live your dreams. You just claiming it. You don't want your bills paid. You don't want your mortgage paid. You don't want your car notes paid. You don't want your food paid. You don't want your education taken care of. You don't want your health care taken care of. You don't want your infrastructure or any of that taken care of. You just say you do. And then you go out there and work your butt off and get deceived and die trying to do something that was not designed for you to do. While you're doing all that, you're only preparing for those who rule you. It's not God. So I've spent 40 years telling you this. I'm tired of telling you this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop offering heaven to you, heaven on earth. I'm going to stop offering it to you until you decide you want it. So I'm going to shut up. And when you get ready for heaven on earth, let me start hearing you asking for it. Let me hear you start asking for peace. Let me hear you start asking for prosperity. Let me start hearing you ask for the life that you can live that expresses your dreams. When I start hearing you say that, then I'll come back and introduce heaven on earth to you. In the meantime, you just full of it, and I got no more time for it. Until next, goodbye.